Okay, hello. Okay, I got it. Okay, now we got. Does Jacksonville score lose?
Yeah, I put -1. Oh, Jacksonville. Yeah.
Average. Oh, hello. We're gonna go OV2. Okay, so OV2 is the sport that we're game, so I might bring that up.
You could do that right off the bat before
OV3.
whether.
I'm not doing OV3.
Just do OB2. Nice and
Number
later.
one, OV4 is what? OV4 is nothing.
Okay, just do OV2 because OB3 I use for this. OB3 is this for me. So only use OB2.
We'll go egg first. Hello, everyone, and welcome into Miami Ice Arena here in Kendall, Florida. It's the second game of a two-game set between the University of Miami Hurricanes and the Jacksonville University Dolphins in the ACDC part of the ACHA, and we're calling all the action right here on the University of Miami Hockey Network. I'm Connor Stein. Thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon. We hope you are doing well this new year. And the Hurricanes did not get off to the start that they wanted last night to start 2026. The Jacksonville Dolphins took them down 5-3. So Jacksonville looking to reassert their dominance here tonight, as Miami looking to rebound with a shorter bench. Miami has a game against FAU D2, at War Memorial up in Boca Raton, so they'll be up there. So it'll be a little bit of a shorter bench for Miami. We'll see how that kind of plays a factor here tonight. Miami in their all white with green pants, and Jacksonville in green with that kind of vanilla-ish shells. Miami's going right to left, Jacksonville going left to right. Jacksonville quick in the zone, getting a shot on net. The goaltender from Miami, Henry Kolb. He was a primary starter last year, but did not get the start in the last game, as it was another one of Miami's goaltenders, as that one goes out of the zone down the ice. Kyle Buduk got the start last night for Miami, so a different face in the net tonight as well. And it's also a different face in the net tonight for Jacksonville, as well, as Stefan Squirtio comes into the net for the Dolphins. Dolphins going to make a change, and Miami will retreat. They turn the puck over in their O-zone. An errant pass ends up on the stick of a Dolphin, and then Owen Gupta is able to collect it behind the net. A minute shaved off here in the first period of play. Charlie Brennenstein, the sophomore from Long Island, New York, able to get it down. And puck is played with by that center red line and picked back up by Petrie. Petrie had a goal last night for Jacksonville as he tries to wrap one around. Good defense there by Max Phillips, the grad student. Back at the blue line it goes. McGuire and Inzaldi battling for the puck. Inzaldi did not play last night. On the ice tonight. Lent takes a shot from the point. It deflects off the crossbar and settles down. Here comes Blas. Blas with a try from the near circle, and that one is whiffed on. Behind the net it goes. This is a lot of what we saw yesterday as well during that 5 o'clock game. A lot of time in the O-zone for Jacksonville. As a little tumble there by Phillips as Miami makes a change. And a turnover by Miami. A shot put on net and a blocker save. The rebound was not able to be handled by Jacksonville, and it'll go and trickle back out to neutral ice. That shot there by Pedri. Phillips tries to find help as Pedri is trying to get off the ice, and the Dolphins will collect it in their own hands. Flying through neutral ice now is Perlin. Miami unable to clear the zone. The puck goes towards the slot, but is taken out by Goldman. Puck now flies through the zone. A shot put on net. Goes too high. Another shot from the blue line put on and a save by Kolb. Some newcomers on the ice on that last shift. It was Greg Goldman, a freshman. Also, as well as Christian Lopez, both new faces on this Hurricanes roster. We'll be seeing if they have some contributions tonight as well. And a big contribution that was happening last night was Jack Ferratino. He had 2 goals, one in the ACDC game against Jacksonville and then one against FAU as well. So he played a ton of hockey last night and was able to get 2 goals to get on the score sheet early in his college career. But he's a notable miss tonight as he will be playing against FAU. McGuire crosses the line. It goes off the post. The rebound is denied again. And a good job by Squirtrow to make a save initially on Kyle McGuire. So Miami will have an offensive zone draw near circle. Not as much of a packed house tonight, but yesterday it was full here at now Miami Ice Arena. I'm used to saying Kendall Ice Arena. With the new management coming in here in Kendall, they decided to change the name. And right after this game concludes, as there's a shot put on net that's sticked aside by Gupta. I'll finish my point in just a second. McGuire tries to play the puck, but good job offensively by Jacksonville on the forecheck. As Phillips turns on the Jets and gets out of the zone. Nathan Koo couldn't quite get it past as Miami makes a change. But as I was saying, the new management coming in, changing Kendall Ice Arena to Miami Ice Arena, and right after this game concludes, they're completely stripping the ice, putting all Miami logos on. There's going to be a U at the center circle, and then Sebastian the Ibis will be at the far board by the far circle, and then right near side here as well. So it's going to be a whole new look the next time that you tune in here to Miami Hurricanes hockey. As here comes a shot in the slot again, and a great save by Kolb. Lent giving chase to it for the Dolphins. Sharaburik couldn't find a handle on it. Pedri now playing behind the net with the puck. Loss handles it now. Up ahead for Lent. Lent backhands and dumps down low. And Zaldi, a little dangerous pass, crossing it across the ice. And Miami's able to clear the zone. But not a ton of offense so far for Miami. It's been a lot of just get Jacksonville off the rhythm. They had a good first period last night. Miami, they had a 1-0 lead after the first. Then it was just an offensive explosion from Jacksonville with 3 goals. Final score ended up being 5-3 as Pedri goes through the slot. Blas brings it around, centers it, and it's an errant pass. And Zaldi able to catch up to it. Giving chase now is McGuire, and he couldn't quite catch up to it, so it's going to be an icing on Miami, and they'll have to keep all their players back on the ice. Not able to change. As Muth and McGuire go back and forth. 13:29 remains here in the first. Your score 0-0. A shot from the blue line is blocked off a couple of bodies, and Parker Gupta will walk out of the zone and just dump it low. Takes a tricky bounce. Sue able to deflect it to McGuire, who takes a shot, can't find the net. A good job by Jacksonville to enter the zone. They try to center it. The puck was left wide open, but they couldn't get a handle on it. A slap shot try from the blue line is too strong, and the puck rings around the boards. Hard battle now. High circle shot also denied. Kolb being tested here early. Another slap shot goes out the glove of Kolb. And this time it goes out of the zone, and giving chase now is Kyle McGuire, the national defenseman, with a one-on-one. Comes in, tries to backhand, gets tripped up in the process, and it's going to be a penalty here coming up for Jacksonville. We'll see. We just got the last second of that, just a dive there at the end. It was a tricky play for Jacksonville. We'll see who is in the box, but it's going to be a power play here for the Hurricanes, as Redwin Ninsame goes into the box. The same coming out of Essex, Vermont. Sits for 2 minutes for the trip. So it'll be a minute and 50 seconds for the Hurricanes to try to start any kind of offensive attack here. Luca Senangelo tried to give chase. Miami really not able to even set up on the power play. As Max Phillips will retreat behind the net. 30 seconds gone here in the first. Puck whisked ahead. Koo able to pick it up off the official's foot, but once again, Miami just gets the puck cleared. Pelini giving chase. Phillips trying to just battle back, but Miami has had a really tough time on the power play here. Phillips able to go past Skinger. Skinger couldn't get it on net, and it's gonna be it's gonna be a penalty here. See if he'll be able to catch exactly what happened, but it's gonna be another penalty here. It's gonna be Pelini who goes to the box. So now it'll be a 5-on-3 for 54 seconds for Miami to try to just open the scoring here. This will be a big missed opportunity for Miami. As that puck gets cleared out of the zone, Brandon Stein will collect it at the blue line. Parker Gupta with a tough pass. Sherrod Burek able to pick it up, but man, Miami is not able to get anything going. Good blue line defense by the three Dolphins on the ice right now, and Owen Gupta kind of taking his time now. Only 25 seconds remaining on this 5-on-3. Now Brandon Stein with some assistance. Crosses the blue line. Tries to drop it back to Gupta. Gupta couldn't keep it in the zone, and it's sent out. Narmov will give chase. 5 seconds remain on the 5-on-4, and that'll do it. Miami not able to set up anything in their own end. So just a minute left on 5-on-4. As Brendan Stein turns on the Jets. He's got to be careful to stay on sign. He does so. Skinger behind the net. Skinger back up down low. Gupta at the blue line. Dishes it over to Brandon Stein. Miami able to set things up. Oh, tries to get a little bang-bang play with Gupta, but a good save there by Squirro. Watch here, it's a good pass across by Gupta, and then Brandon Stein just loads up, fires, tries to find Gupta with a little tip misdirection pass, but he was denied. So Squirro able to make a good save. So 30 seconds remain here on the man advantage for Miami. Really having a tough time even getting anything going, as Jacksonville does a good job defending in their defensive zone. Gupta able to shoot it down low. Puck goes out. And that'll do it. An excellent penalty killing display by the Dolphins, as Miami's got to recuperate on offense here. Phillips passes the red line, elects to just dump it down low, almost gets the shot on net. And the puck is taken out here by Muth. Muth able to beat the Miami defenders, comes in, oh, what a tremendous save by Kolb. My goodness, the second chance also denied. And a tremendous save by the grad student from Michigan, Henry Kolb. Watch him, it's a good job by Muth getting out of the zone, just beats the Miami defenseman Phillips, and then a tremendous glove save. Left some extra change out there as well, but was ultimately denied. And oh my goodness, Henry Kolb, the medical student, coming in and getting some taps from his defenseman Kyle McGuire. Kyle McGuire playing a center position this game, more of a traditional defenseman, but because of the short bench from Miami, it's a little bit of a different look today. Jacksonville able to win it back. A shot from the blue line is saved by Kolb. 8:30 remains here in the first period. You're watching the University of Miami men's hockey team right here on the University of Miami Hockey Network. Thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon. As Goldman tried to get out of the zone, some loose change left by Kolb, and he comes all the way out of his crease and Six saves it. Sue in the corner. It gets away from him. Pedri able to get it behind the net for the Dolphins. A little backhanded try there that was unsuccessful. Another try blocked there by Inzaldi. Inzaldi backhands it. Ends up back at the blue line for the Dolphins. The try from the point goes errant into the rafters here. You'll see it's a good job by Jacksonville trying to just get pressure on that, get shots on that, because Kolb made a tremendous save just moments ago, but they're really testing him here. And Miami has got to find ways to get offensive chances because they weren't even able to do that on their own 5-on-3 and 5-on-4. And Jacksonville loses the draw. Parker Gupta tries to beat out Blas, but Blas able to catch up to it. Now here come the Dolphins. Oh, it's a whiff shot. What a great opportunity that would have been for the Dolphins. And Shara Burek tries to get past the red line with the puck, but gets stripped. Pellini. Gupta able to try to set up a play, but gets stripped by Lent. Lent pulls on the brakes. Back down to point for Pellini. That puck ends up almost out of the zone, but Lent able to keep it in. Now once again with the puck, tries to center it, and it goes a little bit too strong past the blue paint, but kept in by Jacksonville. Pellini takes a shot, misses wide. Another try from the blue line is also denied by Kolb. He's really getting a test here. A good stick by Skincher trying to disrupt this rush by the Dolphins. And the puck ends up in the bench for Miami. Coach Samamello on the bench tonight. And for Jacksonville, it's Derek Laudemir, former Jacksonville Iceman, coaching this Jacksonville program that's in their inaugural season. Got the A-OK to start playing ACDC hockey here in the College Hockey South Conference. And they're off to a pretty good start. even though there's no records listed, you can tell this is a team that is well built and want to be last. As here comes a great save, my goodness. It was a tremendous rush by Miami. I was stumbling over my words, but we'll see it on the replay. Maguire comes up. He tries to get a shot on net, and then the rebound, loose change is left. But Squirto makes a good save. And the pressure is alleviated momentarily for the Dolphins. Another puck put on net, but that was Miami's really first big offensive opportunity to capitalize. As Sanangelo gets it behind. Janowski now with the puck. Now Janowski again crosses the blue line. Tries to deke the Miami defender Inzaldi, but Inzaldi did a good job defensively. A centering feed is too strong. Now here comes Goldman, a newcomer for this Miami team. And that one heads into the netting. It'll be an offensive zone draw for Miami as they go to make a wholesale change. 5:47 remains here in the first. Still 0-0. Miami able to win that one back. Brennenstein loads up, fires, hits the crossbar. That one falls out of the netting here. That was a little bit dangerous for the spectators, but watch here. It's good win back by Skinger, and then with a ton of time and space, Brennenstein puts it on and just hits the crossbar. An excellent opportunity for Miami off the faceoff. Miami able to keep it in the zone momentarily. Pedri comes across the circles. Pedri circles. We'll find some help. Gets a shot on net. And they blow it dead, but it was off the glove of Henry Kolb. The official apologizes, and it'll be a offensive zone draw for Jacksonville. Pedri will be in to take on Maguire. Pedri wins it back momentarily, but Gupta's able to get it out of the zone. Delayed offside as Miami collects. Gupta able to backhand it in the zone as the puck makes it out and back into neutral ice. Under 5 minutes remain here in the first. Puck tries to get centered, ends up being a stick save by Kolb. Now behind the net. It's Pedri. Pedri does a little give and go with Muff. Muff does a good job, just kind of stumbles on his skates and ends up having to recuperate with the puck. Tries to get past the freshman Gupta as he turns it over and makes a good shot on net. A little offensive zone turnover, a defensive zone turnover, excuse me, for Jacksonville, as here comes Jacksonville the other way. A shot put on and a good stick save there by Kolb. Time it was Guglietta on the shot. Miami tried to keep the puck in the zone. You can see some of the Hurricanes laboring a little bit as Pedri tries to find a backdoor shot, and a good stick by the Hurricanes defense as it's kept in by Blas. Pedri will collect it back at the red line, shoot it down low. It's actually gloved down by Phillips. Phillips creeps in. He's got Sanangelo with him. He tries to center it. but no one was home. And Zaldi couldn't quite clean the puck out, and Miami's able to get it back through. Bloss will collect it for Jacksonville as Miami makes a change. Jacksonville was trying to take advantage of that, but they were a bit too slow and sloppy with the puck. Brendenstein able to play it down low. San Angelo comes back up with the puck. Nathan Koo gets it up ahead for Skinger. Skinger tries to use his body to get around, able to get a shot on net. A good offensive opportunity for Miami right there. Gupta now. Back down to Skinger. Tries to find someone in the slot, but it's unable to find him. And the puck is taken out. Narmarov crosses. He's got a try in the slot. Another attempt is denied. A great job by Henry Kolb. Now behind the net again. It's Pelini. Now at the point, Sullivan takes a shot off a couple of bodies. Lentz tries to keep it in the zone, but Sue is right there, able to disrupt it. Pelini able to get it cross ice and dump it down low as Jacksonville makes a change. Hitsu's got his head down, able to get it down. Under 2 minutes remain here in the first period. Still knotted up at zeros here. Either team still trying to feel each other out as Jacksonville tries breaking through the neutral zone. Janowski on the right side gets tripped up and takes a hard hit into the low boards as Kolb tries to cover up. And then we'll take a look at that as Janowski got the pass. I believe that was Sue trying not to get beat. Couldn't quite see from my angle. Nevertheless, Miami will head on the penalty kill. A minute 30 remains here in the first, so there's a solid chance that this power play could leak on to the next period. So the top line will go on for Jacksonville. Lent waiting at the blue line. Able to dish it to Muff, back to Lent. Over now for Salvi. Salvi trying to fend off the Miami defender. Able to get it down low. Phillips got to be careful. He's doing a good job defensively staying on the Dolphins. Behind the net's Pedri. Pedri. Salvi wanted something back door. Now because Muff in the slot. Tried to get something going there. Muff now to Pedri. Pedri waits. Finds Salvi. Salvi dekes one. Tries to get the pass across. But Muff couldn't find it. Another puck put on net. And Miami able to get a hold of the puck. Pedri able to get to Muff. Salvi tries to get it on net, and it finds its way in trickles. But a good job by Phillips to clear the puck. Just 20 seconds remain here in the period. Miami tries to get new skaters on the ice. Lent comes right side. Drops back for Pedri. Pedri will drop back. Puts a shot on net. Goes in. A good shot block by Phillips. And that'll do it for the period. Miami surviving some scares on the power play from Jacksonville, but they were able to survive, and Jacksonville will have 30 seconds or so of power play time at the beginning of the second period, but that'll do it for us from the first period. We'll be back with more Hurricanes hockey action against the Dolphins right after this. We'll talk to you soon. We're back here for the second period of action between the ACDC Miami Hurricanes and the ACDC Jacksonville University Dolphins. Your score is 0-0 after one. I'm Connor Stein, calling all the action for you right here on the University of Miami Hockey Network. As these two teams get ready to square off for another period of action, Miami will start the period on the penalty kill for about 30 seconds. And then they will go back to 5-on-5. Jacksonville wearing their green sweaters with vanilla-ish stripes with the vanilla pants, and Miami rocking all white with their green pants, going left to right. Jacksonville going right to left. Skinger taking that off and is immediately buzzed off, as I believe the Dolphins are going to get kicked out of that one. Pelini will get booted off, so it's going to be someone pick it. There we go. And the puck is won back by Jacksonville. So we'll see if they can get on the board offensively here in the second period. Crossing the blue line is Naumov. At the point, it's Janowski. Janowski waits. Shot inside by Pelini, and a good save by Kolb. Kolb had a couple show-stopping saves back in the first period that really kept this game knotted up at 0. And Miami, as the official trying to figure out if they want to change or not. Jacksonville can't quite figure out what they want to do. Official not too happy about it, but he will resume play. Pelini will take on Skinger. Pelini wins it back. Janowski gets it down low. Brandon Stein gets it out of the zone, and McGuire will give chase. The penalty expires. San Angelo hops onto the scene. Pelini now behind the net. San Angelo gets one on net. Rebound given up by McGuire. The rebound again by San Angelo and denied. A slap shot from Brandon Stein goes off a skate and will wrap around the boards. Here comes Jacksonville. Naumov. Comes it back for Pelini. Out to Janowski. Janowski Dances on the blue line, takes a shot. Kolb almost goes behind him, but makes the save and passes the puck over. Kyle McGuire, Janowski with a try. Oh, a little misdirection chance right there, and Gupta catches up to it, bounces it off the glass, and clears the zone. Pelini, no. Naumov takes a shot and once again rings out into the netting. You'll see it here. A good job by Jacksonville, able to pass the blue line again, and then Naumov had some space on the near circle and airmailed it. So Miami able to kill off a power play from Jacksonville, but Jacksonville still threatening in the offensive zone. Pedri loses the draw to Parker Gupta. Lots of brothers here. We got Owen Gupta, and there's Parker Gupta. And then there's both of the Pellinis, Greg Pelini and James Pelini. As Gupta, that was Koo who put a shot on. So lots of brotherly love in this one today. A hard hit put on Phillips there. Pedri was the one that put on the boom as the puck goes around. Phillips. Gupta finally gets out of the zone, but it tips off, so it's no icing, as Miami will give chase to it. And Zaldi will try to chip it, but Bloss picks it up for the Dolphins. Bloss comes in, Kolb with a pad save. A rebound is whiffed on, and now an opportunity for Miami the other way. McGuire was slapping his stick, waiting for the puck, but Koo couldn't catch up to it, so a missed opportunity for Miami with an odd man situation, and both teams were going to make changes. Skinger tries to keep it in the zone, but it's eventually pushed out. Goldman trying to defend the blue line. Gets powered by Salvi. Salvi battles him in the corner. Now it's Lent behind the net. Salvi tries to pass it in front. Another attempt, a score! Jacksonville gets on the board first. It's 1-0 here with 16:30 remaining. We'll see who comes out of the pack first. It's going to be Jonathan Lent out of Seaford, New York, who opens up the scoring here. You'll watch the puck go into the far corner. And then waiting right there, who picked up the loose change, was Jonathan Lent, who finds the back of the net. And Jacksonville takes a 1-0 here, 1-0 lead here in the second period. Jacksonville had so much offensive pressure back in that first period. You had a feeling that they might break through eventually, and they finally do. 5-on-5. Pelini trying to get it up ahead for Field. As San Angelo will dump it down. San Angelo able to do a little misdirect. McGuire tried to get one in close, but it was too strong and ends up by Henry Kolb. And that puck gets dumped down low. Koo dumps down below for Gupta. McGuire tried to get going in the slot, but ends up pushing to the far circle. Koo takes a hard hit. McGuire got blown up there. Now it's Koo in the near side. Miami makes a little change and then loses the puck. Puck gets shot down low. Jacksonville tries to get a whole change going. Koo was trying to catch them lacking, but Brennenstein took a little bit too long, ends up missing an opportunity. Too strong of a pass there by Inzaldi, ends up being an icing. So with 14:30 remaining here in the second period, an offensive zone draw for Jacksonville. These two teams faced off last night as well. Jacksonville took the victory 5-3. It was a back and forth affair until about the third period when an empty net goal made it a little bit more lopsided as that puck gets put on and Cole makes the save. But Kyle Bolduck was the starter last night in this game. And last night for Jacksonville, it was Connor Ross. So 2 new goaltenders in the net as Skritro comes in for the Dolphins and it's Henry Kolb for the Hurricanes as Miami was trying to get their player off the ice. Puck won back by Jacksonville, but it ends up falling out of the zone. Henry Skinger giving chase. Janowski. Now for Pellini. Pellini goes across. They score! A beauty shot right there. Hits the post, banks into the net, and it's 2-0 Jacksonville off the stick of Nick Narmov. You watch it here, it's a good zone entry by Jacksonville. Good job staying on side, and then it was at the far side, just past the blue line, high circle. A good shot by Nick Narmov to put the Jacksonville Dolphins up 2-0 here. So 2 goals here in the second period as it's delayed offside. 2 goals in the second period, and I have a sneaky feeling that Jacksonville just really loves these second periods. They've had 5 combined goals through the 2 of them as here they come again, and a good save by Kolb. Another rebound put on. There comes another attempt, and the high slot shot set wide. And it's going to be a delayed penalty here on Miami. They're going to get a cross check here. I believe the signal was Miami because Miami touched it up. And it's going to be Max Phillips who heads to the box. Max Phillips, the grad student defenseman from Greenville, Ohio. He's been all proactive tonight, or I should say this afternoon. Yeah, we had a long night last night with 2 games back-to-back. Ended up going until 11. As Bellini goes to the blue line. Bellini tries to go low circle. Namov, who had a goal moments ago, has the puck now. Now behind the net. Bellini thinks about dropping it back to his brother, but ends up passing to Janowski, and it's actually a delayed offside because they got caught a little bit too antsy on the blue line. Let's see if we caught that. Yeah, you'll see it perfectly right there. It was Greg Pellini, the assistant captain, who was trying to just get around the Miami defender, ended up passing the blue line. So it'll be a face-off right outside the blue line. Janowski will pick it up after a offensive attempt by Jacksonville. Janowski now circles, goes back to Namov. Namov with another shot, and he scores! Namov with his second of the period, just moments after his last one, beats Kolb blocker side and gives the Dolphins a 3-0 lead. And you'll see it right here. It was a great shot by Namov. And now all of a sudden, 3 goals in less than 8 minutes for the Dolphins here in the second period. And this one's really gotten out of hand. And you can really tell that the short bench is having an effect against Miami, and obviously some absent players from last night as well, as Goldman takes a hard hit. Berman, who's now on the ice, did not play last night. Now it's Lent ahead. He gets chipped, and it's going to be a tripping, or at least an interference there. So another delayed penalty on Miami. And it is going to be a trip. So Greg Goldman, we didn't get it on our replay, but chips. So now Jacksonville will head on the power play, and things are going bad to worse for Miami. So it's 5-on-4 for 2 minutes with 11:47 remaining here in the second. Phillips will try to play the puck. Lent waits, gets it down low. Muth waiting behind the net. Pedri, high circle, takes a shot, goes wide. The putback attempt. Oh, what a great stick save by Kolb. Kolb with a great denial and some extracurriculars after the play as well. But man, oh man, what a stick save by Henry Kolb. You'll see it here, it's a shot. And then Muth tried to put it away, and then there was 2 green jerseys right in front of the net that had an opportunity. But Kolb slammed the door. Puck goes down the ice. 30 seconds shaved off here on the tripping minor to Greg Goldman. Here comes Salvi. Salvi low circle. Behind the net. Gets poke checked by Gupta, so the puck ends up on the stick of another Dolphin. It's Muth again. Muth back to Lent. Lent waits. Muth in the circle for Pedri. Misses the puck. Another shot put on by the Dolphins is too high. Lent now at the blue line. Takes a shot. Rebound. Henry Kolb trying to get over. It was too strong. Pedri waits. Lent fires, and a good blocker save by Henry Kolb. Still with it though are the Dolphins. Back at the blue line, a shot by Salvi goes wide. 30 seconds remain on the man advantage for the Dolphins, and Lent can't keep it in the zone. A good move to shake off McGuire there. Lent able to chip it down low. Lent. Now another penalty coming up on Miami. Gupta may have cross-checked there, so now it'll be another penalty coming up on Miami. We'll see if we got it here. You'll see Gupta tries to play the puck, and he ends up getting up high. So excuse me, it looks like they actually got 2 there. They got a Dolphin and a Hurricane. So I think it was one of those mutual, maybe back and forths. The guilty party for Jacksonville was Michael Golgietta. And then also in the box is Greg Goldman, obviously from Miami, from the initial two. So I think it's going to be, as the officials try to sort things out, I believe it's just going to be a misconduct. So they're not going to put it on the board. But we'll see exactly what happens. It might just end up going back to 5-on-5. I believe that's what it's going to be. So it's going to be 5-minute misconduct for both, I assume, as the penalty expires. So we're back to 5-on-5 with Gupta in the box, and there's a shot put on net. Picked up again by Jacksonville. Janowski takes a shot, hits the post. Brandon Stein able to clear it out of the zone past the blue line. He gets poke checked though. Able to find the puck back momentarily is Jacksonville. So it'll be a game misconduct for both Goglietta and Gupta. But Jacksonville playing this like it's a power play. There's a shot put on and an excellent save by Henry Kolb. So a game misconduct for both Gupta and Goglietta. And both teams will make a change. Miami's got to get another skater on the ice. They got 4 on now, getting Max Phillips back on the ice. And now it's Max Phillips who ends up getting the puck. He takes a hard hit in the boards, no call. Berman tries to battle for it. Send it back at the blue line. A shot put on that ends up going to Parker Gupta. Gupta takes a shot and it's saved by Squirtio. It's a good zone entry by Parker Gupta, who beats the defenseman, but it's a good save overall by Skritro. And a false start by both sides, so they'll do it again. Puck won back by Miami. Brennan Stein fires from the blue line. A dangerous shot with bodies in front. Phillips makes a U-turn, able to get in the zone. Phillips drops it back. Gupta in the slot, tries to find some help, and a good save once again by Squirtio. You watch Phillips able to get around the defender of Jacksonville, and then it's a great pass to find Gupta in the slot, and then it's kind of pandemonium in front of the net. But Squirtio was able to make the save. And the officials trying to discuss something with the bench. As the scorekeeper trying to verify something on the scoreboard. Puck goes up high as Skinger tries to find the puck. Muth able to get around the Hurricanes defender. Tries to split another one, but Anzaldi with a good defensive play. Now a potential 3-on-2 for Miami if they hurry. It's Koo in the high slot. Tried to make a play, but couldn't make it happen. Luca now. San Angelo trying to get in the corner. And that puck goes down the ice for an icing. 7:06 remains here in the second period of action. Miami currently trailing the Jacksonville Dolphins 3-0. Was 3 goals in 8 minutes for the Dolphins that really separated and made this game a lot more lopsided than last night. But similar to last night, Jacksonville had 3 goals in the second period. So what's really been lacking tonight is the Miami offensive side of things. Berman does a good job staying on the puck. Gets eventually pushed out by Pedri. Pedri loses the puck to Berman. He tries to find help in the center, but it's missed on. And Gupta, the defenseman, will go and take it back as a change is made for Jacksonville. Brandon Stein able to go up ahead. Lent will elect to just send it all the way down. Maguire able to push it past Bloss, and Gupta will chase it, but backhands it to absolutely nobody, and it goes ahead now for Jacksonville. Pellini drops it back for Namov, who is at 2 goals this period. Puck goes high in the air off the blocker of Kolb. Namov centers it, and a good opportunity for Jacksonville once again. And now they're setting up in the Miami zone. Janowski tried to give chase. Pellini. Namov. That's a Janowski. Janowski puts a shot on net, goes off a stick, and almost ends up in the net. Pellini centers it to Janowski. Janowski with a shot. The rebound was right there, but could not find it. Was Namov. Pellini with a slap shot put on. Namov trying to put the puck back, but Gupta comes out of the zone. Gupta does a little shuffle pass up to his brother and Parker as he goes to make a change. Janowski pulls on the brakes. The puck goes out of the zone. 4:50 remains here in the second period. It's been all Dolphins here in the second. Janowski in the near corner. Miami's really had a tough time just getting anything going offensively. As here comes Phillips. Phillips tries to get through it and gets bodied off the puck by Sullivan. Good defensive play by Sullivan as Miami was trying to get something going. And now Phillips will circle the net. Up ahead it goes is Sue. And Zaldi trying to be careful. He's got 3 Dolphins around him. It ends up getting picked up by the Dolphins. Salvi tries to get the backhand, but a good defensive play by Phillips. Mobile couldn't find the puck. It goes all the way down. A delayed penalty now coming on for Miami. Once again, Salvi trying to find some help. Miami just trying to get something going, and another penalty as Inzaldi bodies the Dolphins right there. So it'll be 2 penalties in the span of about 30 seconds, as it looks like it's going to be a 5-on-3, one for a cross check. And then they're going to get Skinger as well, waiting on the official confirmation. They're going to get Skinger for a board. I couldn't quite tell it's not a boarding because I'm trying to figure out the exact signal, but we'll hear it over the PA announcer and we'll have that information for you. But nevertheless, it's going to be 5-on-3 for 2 minutes. Luca Sanangelo tried to go off the bench, but he's trying to figure it out. Brandon Stein steps in with Polini. Polini able to win it back. Janowski. Okay, so both were cross-checking for Miami. Now it's going to be Jacksonville coming in on the far circle. 2:45 remains in the period. Janowski with the try. Sent wide. He had a wide open lane. Just missed it. And Polini couldn't keep it in the zone as Lucas Sanangelo will give chase. 40 seconds shaved off of the 5-on-3. Polini, this is it far circle. Now in the slot, a good blocker save there by Henry Kolb. It's a good zone entry here by the Dolphins. And they were able to just set it up, get a good passing lane, and then a good shot lane as well. But a great stick save with the blocker and the stick by Henry Kolb. Pedri's going to get kicked out of the face-off circle. As Goldman tries to get it out of the zone, Lent will wait. He dishes it off to Salvi in the slot for Muth. He scores. Brandon Muth lights the lamp for Jacksonville, and it's 4-0 with 2:06 remaining here in the second period. And it's a good job passing. And then Muth was just waiting in the slot by himself, not really defended at all. It's tough when you're down 2 players when you're Miami. You just can't put yourself in that situation, and Jacksonville extends their lead to 4 here in the second period. So it combined 7 goals in the last 2 second periods for Jacksonville. Definitely a second period kind of team, it seems. Because the goal was scored, the one that went first, Skinger, will come back on the ice. But it'll be 48 seconds remaining, 5-on-4, due to the boarding from Inzaldi. Muth comes through. Back to Pedri. At the point, Muth. That's a Blast. Blast puts a shot on. And it goes off a body. Under 1:30 remains here in the second period. Pedri on the near side. Waits behind the net. Penalty expires on Inzaldi, and he'll go back to the bench. It's back to 5-on-5. They try to get something going in the house, but it gets denied. And a good job by Goldman defensively to get it out of the zone. Shara Burek will go through. And it's picked out by Pedri. Stretch pass up ahead. Lent picks it up for the Dolphins. Lent stumbles and gets the puck taken away by Phillips. Phillips couldn't get it out of the zone. Under 20 seconds remain. Another opportunity offensively as there's another delayed penalty coming up. And now it's going to be two of them. It's going to be Max Phillips and Lucas Sanangelo who are going to go to the box. So it's going to be another 5-on-3 situation with only 8.5 seconds remaining here in the second period. So things really going sideways for Miami as they head to the intermission in about 8 seconds, but it's going to be a board and then another cross-check. So almost literally identical to just moments ago with Inzaldi and Skinger. It's Phillips and Sanangelo. So for the last 8 seconds, be a 5-on-3. And the puck is won back by Jacksonville. Janowski with another try, sends it in the netting. 2.7 remains. Lots of Duval chants coming from the Jacksonville bench. Duval County up there came down for the weekends. They've had a busy weekend themselves. They won the Battle of Jacksonville against UNF. Came down here, won yesterday. So they're on a nice little 2-game winning streak as the clock expires. So that'll do it for the second period. 4 straight goals for Jacksonville to put them up 4-0 after 2 as we head into the third period. Just a reminder, if you'd like to support the University of Miami men's hockey program, whether it be jerseys, skates, new jerseys, we'll see, funding, maybe funding a rink renovation, please feel free to support. Scan this QR code or type in the Venmo UMiami Men's Hockey on Venmo. But for now, we say goodbye until the third period of action. We'll be back right after this. we're back here for the third period of action. It's Miami taking on Jacksonville University, an ACDC matchup in the ECHA conference, and Jacksonville up big here, 4-0 after 2 periods of play, a 4-goal period for Jacksonville, launching them to this 4-goal lead as Miami will start the period on a 2-man disadvantage. It's a 5-on-3 for Jacksonville as Miami needs one more on the ice as we get set to go here from the third period. Puck is dropped and the players are good to go. As Jacksonville looks to extend their lead. Janowski now at the blue line. Waits. Goes down low circle. See how they play this power play. Pelini. Back to Namov. A one-timer for Janowski is denied. Namov. Back to Janowski. In the circle. Back to Janowski. Janowski loads, fires, rebound. And a good job by Goldman to make the player save right there. Blocked the shot. Janowski waits, passes over to Namov. Namov waits, fires, and it's once again blocked aside. 40 seconds remain on the 5-on-3. Pelini, one-timer. A great save by Kolb. Jacksonville tried to get something in the slot, but it was a good defensive play by Miami. Janowski waits, fires, backdoor, they score. Another goal for Jacksonville, notching their lead to 5. It's 5-0, leading the line again. It's Namov. It's his second goal of the afternoon. And you'll see it here. It's a shot, and then you'll see the back door that Kolb left wide open. A poor defensive play by Miami, but they are down 2 men. So for 19 seconds, it'll be 5-on-4. The score now 5-0 here in the third period. 18:28, left to play. Once again, goal scored by Nick Namov, his second of the afternoon, notching the lead to 5. Lent goes back and forth with his D-man. Guglietta goes through, finds some space, and makes a good save. That time is Henry Kolb. Excuse me, that was Namov's third of the game. So that's a hat trick. So Nick Namov, the Jacksonville, Florida native, with a hat trick tonight. Three minutes shaved off here in the third period, and now if you're Miami, it's a little bit disheartening, but you got to start looking, hey, let's play for pride here. Let's start to play for something, trying to get something on the board. San Angelo tries to chip it in the zone, but he's denied. And it's going to be a hand pass on Max Phillips. So it'll be a face-off right outside the blue line for the Dolphins and the Kings. Sue able to find the puck, tries to backhand it in to Brandonstein, but the puck gets dislodged. Icing is waved off. Gupta wheels it around, goes coast to coast on the boards, and Moth will pick it up. Sue doing a good job pickpocketing. Brandonstein falls over, couldn't find the puck. Guglielmo tried to make a play on the puck, but it's picked up here by Pedri. A couple players go to make some changes for both sides. Sue causes a little bit of a turnover. It's sent down low. Jacksonville able to get out of the zone. Berman doing a good pass through the center circle to Gupta. Gupta gets tripped up a little bit, no call. Seems like the officials are letting him play as Simino comes to the zone. Little backhand into the slot that was home to nobody. And the puck goes behind the net. Now a shot from the blue line gets blocked by Gupta. And it'll go back to Goldman. Goldman tries to split the defender. It ends up in the Miami possession, but they lose the puck. Comes Kappas. Kappas has field with him, but Kappas ends up getting bumped off the puck. Skinger now comes up the ice as Miami makes a whole change. Skinger comes in. Oh, that was a dangerous stick save by Skuro. Miami having a tough time defensively. Kolb able to make the save. And that one just goes into the netting. And no change allowed for either team. Salvi with a try. Nice pad save there by Kolb. Janowski tries to wrap the net. A slap one-timer. Oh, what a good chance that was with a little misdirection. Sullivan was on the end of that. Koo. Now it's Sullivan who skates through neutral ice. Shot right far circle and a little push and shove after as Sullivan and Gupta go back and forth, the official separating it. Sullivan lost his stick in the process. And Jacksonville will make a couple changes. Puck won back by Jacksonville. Pedri. Sullivan takes a shot. Patted away. Pedri with a little cross pass to his brother, but it was disrupted. Sullivan. Oh, a good little tip shot. Where did that puck end up? I think it ended up in the breadbasket of Kolb, maybe in his pads. It is in his pads. Franken's already able to pick it up and get it out of there. Sullivan now, once again at the blue line. It's really been a time here as there's a shot by Pellini. Parker Gupta. And Pellini comes through. Pellini pulls on the brakes. And Parker Gupta gets a deflection off a Dolphin. Looks to make a good angle. Shot, he scores! Parker Gupta gets the Hurricanes on the board. It's 5-1. And it's a good job. A little bit of a lucky bounce for Miami, but Parker Gupta able to use the defender as a little bit of a screen there. Beats the goaltender, glove side, and Miami makes it 5-1. 4-goal lead now for Jacksonville. .12:30 left to go here. Pretty good time left for Miami, but this lead that Jacksonville has really started. It's really just been a tough time to try to mount it. It's just almost a hole that's just too insurmountable. And looks like they're going to get a stoppage of play here. I'm trying to figure out exactly who it was. It's going to be Muff with the cross check. Maybe it was a rough. That was a signal, excuse me. So with just moments after Gupta's goal to cut the lead to 4, Miami has a chance on the power play now. Phillips pulls on the brakes. Now it's Koo. Koo back up from McGuire. McGuire now to Brandon Stein. Brandon Stein loses the puck to Lent. A good defensive play, but a good job by Brandon Stein to keep that in the zone. And now a stretch pass all the way short-handed. Here come the Dolphins. Namov trying to get his 4th, and a great save by Henry Kolb. Oh, a great opportunity right on for Nathan Koo. 48 seconds remain on the man advantage, and McGuire turns it over. Here comes a 2-on-1 the other way. Lent with Namov. Tries to cross it, but a great defensive play right there from Henry Skincher. Pedri now just selects, hey, I'm just going to possess the puck here, but he gets it taken away by McGuire. McGuire gets a shot on, and it goes way high. a good save and a good deflection by the defenseman of Jacksonville. Puck won back by Jacksonville. Berman, a delayed penalty coming up once again as the penalty expires here. Gupta shoots it, and Jacksonville will touch up on it. So it'll be another penalty coming up against the Dolphins. Cross check. See what's on this now. Let's see who goes to the box. So nevertheless, Miami will kind of reload this power play. It's going to be Shane Sullivan, the assistant captain, going to the box. So Miami will just kind of reload the power play time. It's going to be another 2 minutes as the last penalty expired. McGuire rings it around the boards. Berman up to Phillips. Phillips fires. And a good save by Squirtrow. And there's a pass that went into the netting right above the bench of Jacksonville. Berman wins it back. Phillips couldn't go D to D with McGuire. It's forced out. Comes Muth. Muth uses his body, able to get through, but a good defensive play by Phillips. Now it goes for a big hit at center ice. And we'll see who it is. It looks like McGuire is just gonna. It's not McGuire, excuse me. It's Shire Burek, who's gonna head to the penalty box. Excuse me, that was Max Phillips with the hit up high. So it'll be now a 4-on-4 for about a minute or so, for about 56 seconds. And then power play for Jacksonville. So now we're at 4-on-4 hockey. Brennan Stein. Goes around. Puck found by Jacksonville. A good move, as there was an offside called on Jacksonville. So the 4-on-4 for Miami and Jacksonville will last about 23 more seconds, and it'll be about a 54-second power play. 8:34 remains here in the third. 5-1 Jacksonville. Parker Gupta being the last goal scorer for the Hurricanes. Notable hat trick for Nick Namoff. He's really been the offensive firepower for Jacksonville this afternoon. Lent up top now to Pedri, who just deflects it into the netting. Just 1 second remains on the minor to Shane Sullivan. And then 54 seconds of power play for Jacksonville. So the penalty expires. Now it's going to be a power play for Jacksonville for 40 seconds. Janowski will go behind the net. Puck ends up trickling to Henry Kolb, who makes the save by covering it up. So far, not too much offensive zone presence for Jacksonville, but they'll get a chance here. But this has been a series for Miami where they're definitely going to look back and go, hey, maybe if we had some more depth on our bench. It was definitely a different looking bench yesterday. And tonight, obviously with the game against FAU, the bench a little bit slim. But Jacksonville has definitely taken it to the Hurricanes here at Miami Ice Arena. Completely controlled all three phases of the game. Here comes Pedri. Pedri able to get past. He takes a hard hit. And Gupta's going to head to the box. It was a little bit of a shove, but ended up being too close to the board. So it's going to be a boarding. I believe it's going to be a 2-minute board. So now it goes from as the penalty expired from the last one on Miami, Gupta resets. And it goes back to a 5-on-4. As Jacksonville tries to get the proper men on the ice. A turnaround try for Jacksonville is denied. Lentz, high slot shot is a good save by Kolb. Bloss pulls on the brakes, takes a shot, near-sided, and it's missed. A good job by the defense of Miami to get it out of the zone. 40 seconds shaved off of the initial power play. Bloss retreats as Miami makes a change. Miami now down to 12 skaters on the bench. As Janowski comes in, makes a good move. Tries to find someone across in the other circle, but couldn't find anyone. 45 seconds remain on the man advantage. Janowski fires, and a good save by Kolb. Loose change was given up, but good job defensively by Sheriff Burek. Kappas will try to get it back, but Janowski does for the Dolphins. Coming across the blue line now is Salvi. Back to Janowski. Janowski makes a good move. Back to Salvi. Insane tried to get something there, but... And the penalty expires. Another try put on. But a good job by Miami to get out of their own ends. Brandenstein with a try. And a good blocker save as Jacksonville comes the other way. And another goal for Jacksonville. Solvey this time, making it 6-1 here at Kendall Ice Arena with 4:38 remaining here in the third period. That was Rocco Solvey with the goal. Miami wins the draw, trying to get down in their own end. But this has really just been domination from Jacksonville start to finish. It was really that second period that was really the difference maker. It was 0-0 after one. 4 goals in that second period. Now it's 6-1, your current score. Puck tries to get centered. A delayed penalty coming up on Jacksonville. A one-timer try from Gupta, and Solvey touches up on it.
15 minutes, 22 seconds.
So at 3:42 remaining at 6-1, Miami will have a 2-minute power play. See if Miami can capitalize on this. Brandenstein goes back and forth with the Skinger. Skinger with Sharburek tries to center it. Goes off the pad of Squit Row. .310 remaining. This will leave about 1:30 left on the game clock after this penalty expires. But this is for Miami. It's a little bit of pride here, but Jacksonville has definitely shown that their program is going in the right direction. They've shown all the right signs, I should say, and definitely something special brewing up there in Jacksonville. In Miami, this ACDC team's got a rebound, and we'll see what comes of it. It has been, this league is known as a developmental league, so it is no playoffs or anything like that, which is an interesting spin on things, I think, that the ACHA did. I think it's interesting that there's no playoffs involved, so it's purely developmental. There's not even really records either. So it's an interesting league that started just this past year for teams like Miami and Jacksonville to try to just get their feet under them, and it's been a fun time seeing these players develop. 15 seconds remaining on the penalty. Brandenstein gets a shot on net. Doesn't go to the netting. But it's for sure been a cool league to watch. And if you want to watch the University of Miami M3 team play, they play at 5:30 later today. As there's a big hit right there by Anzaldi. They play later today at 5:30 against FAU up at War Memorial. As that shot goes wide. The Owls will have their own stream on that as well. Just under a minute to go here. Miami makes their final couple changes, but definitely a game that Miami will not be happy about looking forward. As last night was a lot closer than this one, only 5-3, but Jacksonville took it to the Hurricanes tonight, and they'll come away winners. Feeling good, going 3-0 on the weekend, one against a rival in UNF, and then two taking care of the Hurricanes handily away as well, all the way down here in Kendall. But that'll do it from Miami Ice Arena. Miami falls to Jacksonville 6-1 in a game that Jacksonville completely dominated ever since the second period. But that'll do it from us here on the University of Miami Hockey Network. We thank you so much for watching this rendition of the University of Miami hockey team. I'm Connor Stein. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. Thank you for watching.